Right, lucky for you guys because I just finished my programming course. Still want to probably do a couple more videos though before I call it a day. But hopefully everyone's doing all right. I can say personally, I think I'm doing better. Things are resolving, but more importantly, I find that it is getting easier to deal with my emotions and anger and all that stuff thanks to the silent prayer, but definitely need to keep working at it. So I'm sure I'll, figure it all out. Would be nice though. The cryptocurrency markets would also do the same thing. So we probably should just get into it because I kind of want to get back to work. I did Bitcoin Cloud World today. So you might want to take a look at that. It's both on my Rumble and YouTube, so but just in case you missed it. Okay, so alright, so the markets actually went up a little bit. I wouldn't really even call this a lot, but I guess it's considered progress. Yeah, crude oil is up too. So, man, I really wish that I had just simply stuck with buying spider indexes, and then I'd just be selling puts right now too, and just making some okay, good money. Oh well, what are you gonna do? As polls swing sharply in his favor. I wonder if they're actually rigging the vote in California now, because it's so poorly run. How the fuck? And everyone actually hates his guts. It doesn't make any sense. But I guess they'll just keep rigging that shit. So let's see. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I mean, are they using Dominion voting machines there too? I don't know. I haven't really been checking the news though, because obviously I'm not looking at it. Alright, so there's still fear in the market. That makes sense, but not a whole lot of the bond yields. That's my thing. Now, I actually want to look at this because Bitcoin's not going to go up until we see this RSI get a bottoming out. Bitcoin, where is Tether Finance? Okay, so as I mentioned today in Bitcoin Clown World, the RSI is still too high up. It's getting pretty close to dropping, but not quite where I want it to be. However, as you can see, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, that's 7 straight candles of all red candles, and they're at the bottom of between these two blue lines. So, I mean, we are getting pretty close to the bottom, but it's still very frustrating. But with that being said, I mean, we look at the previous, pump up before the pullback, right? This was a 50% pullback. Here, this is looking like a 25 to 33% pullback, because there's an extreme amount of resistance at like 43, 44, 45K. So I think whenever the stupid cryptocurrency markets are done, whacking themselves off, we should be seeing, some new highs, hopefully. So, so far the charts are looking pretty good, but I'm not sure if we're out of it yet. And according to this, Bitcoin's at 45,000. So is that actually correct? Let's see. Yes. All right. So it looks like crypto is finally stabilized, and even Binance Coin is coming back up to 400. So there's definitely. So I actually retweeted an article on my Twitter from Glassnode. You don't have to read this whole thing, but basically what's happening is the rich whales are actually holding 80% of all the Bitcoin out there. It's technically 79.5%. But they pretty much own 80% of all the Bitcoin out there, and that probably means 70 to 80% of all the altcoins as well. So for whatever reason, the big banks, the fake news, terrorist media, and whatever, and the SEC are all flooding crypto. Meanwhile, they're turning around and buying up all the crypto. So it's a classic case of market manipulation, and they're at the top of the food chain, so obviously nothing's going to happen to these sons of bitches. But with that being said, I guess that also means that we could expect some more pumps, especially now that it's pretty obvious that the seller exhaustion has finally stopped, or at least the initial blow has stopped, because it was looking pretty bad. Because this morning when I did Bitcoin Cloud World, this red candle was pretty thick. It was down here at like 44,000 or something like that, or 43,800 was much lower. So, alright, so it's looking good. It's looking good. And then, of course, Cardano's down. Yeah, everything's pretty much down. Funny enough, Jet Swap is doing okay. It's at 38 cents even. Mobox is kind of taking a hit, but I don't care about Mobox because I know this is a very stable project. So they're already very well developed. So it's at 477 or whatever. So actually, so as I mentioned today, I've actually been playing Binapet.com, and I actually am learning more about their system because their documentation is not exactly the greatest in the world. So I'm looking. So it turns out that people can actually take my honor, and I can get their honor as well if they fail the attack. So the documentation is a little shoddy. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people attacking each other and screwing each other's. Actually, I guess I could try showing you guys what I'm talking about. But I do need to readjust my window here. So here's display capture. Actually, I want to change the display capture. So let me do this. Okay, I don't have anything sensitive here, right? Okay, we're good. All right, so here's display capture. All right, so there's display capture. Let me see. I want to put this maybe up here. Actually, let me put it up there first. See how that goes. So I want to hide my stuff here. Okay. All right. So that's Binapet. I don't have a whole lot because I spent all my Binapet coins, but I bought a shit ton. I bought a lot. But I'll show you guys what I bought. I just gotta adjust this display capture. Okay. All right. There we go. So yeah, this is Binapet.com, and what was I saying? Yeah. So as I said in the video today, these are like. Well, this is everyone in the world. This is actually me. So this is me, right? These guys are too weak and too idiotic to do any fighting. So they go in the NFT farming, which is the PvE pool. And yeah, it is like a virtual pet cleaver. So you can see how much APY I'm getting right now. Now it occurred to me that I actually do not want to combine these pets because I right now have two pets, each producing me, you know, this amount of APY each. If I combine it and get a higher quality pet, yeah, I'll get like 350% APY, but I actually get less than what I would from these two separately. I think that's basically how it works. So it's actually kind of ingenious. And then I actually try to breed together a higher level pet, but I actually wound up getting a downgrade. However, this pet that I have, Uther, this downgrade actually turned out to be a major upgrade because he's got a lot of energy and he's got like almost 500% APY. It's actually really nice. Now here are my actual battle pets right here. You know, so if you put it in the battlefield, you get way more reward, but the problem is there's way more risk and people can attack you and there's obviously nothing you can do about it, and then your APY goes down when you lose honor. So this is my strongest pet, and I got him a rare. I bought this egg for like 4,800 Binapet tokens. And then I got lucky and rolled basically a near, I wouldn't say near perfect, but because this is a rare, that's considered level 3, so that means the maximum stat is around 300. So these guys rolled above basically 66 to 75% in stats. So this guy is almost near perfect for a rare. I still get hit too. So this asshole has a legendary pet. Take a look at him here. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna kill this guy. Like he's just gonna kill my ass. Alright? But he's obviously a new pet, so son of a bitch. But aside from but this thing costs like what, $1,000? So I mean, what are the chances of that? And the only reason why he attacked me is because my honor level is so high. So when I lose 10% of whatever this is. So if I get attacked again and I lose, I'm going to lose 20 honor, and that's a lot. Because the higher your honor, the higher your APY is. That's how the battlefield works. So there's a huge incentive for everyone to keep attacking each other. So let's go back to, no, that's the attack place. My home, battlefield. Let me see. Yeah, so this one, so some asshole tried to farm my pet, and then I got really pissed off. So you could tell because it's the same attacker's address. So he tried attacking me, and then he lost like an idiot. So I got 10 free honor from that. And he also lost 10 energy. So and you have to pay $1.50 worth of Binance coin because that's the smart contract cost. And yeah, it's really bad to lose, trust me, right? And then he got his revenge, and then I got pissed because like, okay, it's the same fucking F word, so I'm gonna fuck him back. So I immediately attacked him. So I can click his address here. So I attacked him, and then I used my best pet to just go farm him back. So if he wants to farm my guys, I'm just gonna take all his honor and transfer it over to my strongest character here. So, but it looks like he backed off. Well, actually, he has to back off because there's a 1 hour cooldown. So you cannot attack this. I think when you win, you cannot attack the same guy again for 1 hour. It's actually a little iffy. Yeah. See, these graphics are actually not as good as like Bynamon, but you know what? This site works, and it's also version 2. So yeah. So let me go like with that. Let's go back to Bynapet here. Yeah, so as you can see, like the APY is like double or triple in the battlefield. However, people are going to keep attacking you unless you have a pretty decent pet. So, you know, your APY is going to go over the place. But it's still better for these guys to be in the battlefield than in the PvE cowards farm because the APY is going to be a lot shittier. Because in the PvE farm, your APY is determined by your current energy. So obviously these two idiots have very little energy, right? And I just get no money. Well, I don't get nearly as much money. So they're better off just taking the risk and just getting hit here. If it had anime girls, I'd be interested. I'm willing to bet you that there's going to be someone who makes that. I'm thinking, I actually kind of want to make a game like this. Now that I understand what this NFT shit is, and now that I'm playing it, yeah, you know. So, oh, and that's the thing. The rule set here is I cannot claim this until after 24 hours. Right now, I have 15.8 hours left. So this is a way to prevent people from cheesing the system. Like I talked about it in Bitcoin Clown World today, right? Go in, right? Go in, get the goods, and then get out, you know? But they don't want that because that would because obviously the whole point of the battlefield is like Tarkov, right? You go in with gear, you got to put in risk, and then you have to make it out alive to get your reward, right? You know, there has to be a give or take, otherwise the game doesn't work. So right now I'm farming Bynapet coins, which is what this reward is, but I cannot claim it. So what happens is I get fatter and fatter, and I become more and more of an attractive target over time. So it really is a good idea to keep claiming your coins periodically, right? So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think from what I can tell, they only record the last 5 attacks. I was farming the hell out of all the noobs. But right now, I'm trying to figure out, there's actually no point in over farming honor. Because what happens is, I just become a very big target, and then my honor goes all the way down, because everyone will just keep attacking me. Right? Because these guys almost had like 200 honor. And I already got hit like a few times. This guy got hit once, I think. Yeah, I got hit once, and I lost 17 honor. Luckily, he hasn't been touched ever again. But he actually has a pretty good balance of stats. And he's senior, so this is level 2. So the maximum stats is 200. So that's actually pretty reasonable. This poor guy is actually also pretty good, but I don't know. I think with the exception of this asshole that was just... I don't know, a lot of people were just like fucking attacking the shit out of this guy. I don't know what it is. So I think it's because his speed's too low, so everyone that attacks him goes first, essentially. It's not guaranteed, but usually if you go first, you win. Of course, because that's how turn-based games always are. Yeah, I mean, just look. This guy has been attacked 4 times today. One was a victory, and then the guy who attacked me again. So, yeah. But if this stupid fuck keeps coming in, I'm just going to keep attacking him and take back all my honor. In fact, it would be better if he keeps getting fat in the honor, because I take 10% of whatever he has. So I actually make more money the more honor I steal from him. But it'll suck because this guy's APY is going to keep going down and down and down. But at some point, he should not look attractive because he's got a shitty amount of reward. He's actually pretty hard to kill, and he has 140 honor. So, I mean, at some point, the risk is going to outweigh the reward. And that's what I'm actually looking to figure out right now is at what point are these pets going to stop getting attacked and they could just free farm the actual APY. And obviously that's going to be purely determined by, you know, the stats here, your honor level here, and how attractive of a target you are. So it's actually very interesting. It's actually a very, very interesting game. So, all right, let me turn that off. Oh, did I show my farms? Oh yeah. So and then these these I just hatched with the shop egg over here. Yes, I bought them yesterday for like 14.98 bee pets and upwards to like 1600. And then I eventually went into the marketplace and I shopped for a bargain here. I especially was interested in finding people with high energy, and then I compared it to the NFT farming marketplace to figure out what the true APY on these pets are. Thankfully, most people don't actually rename the pets, so I can actually find out how much APY they all pay out. So senior. Okay, let's sort this by price. Do they actually have any good deals today? Yeah, these guys are all I mean, look at this shitty pet. 8 energy. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Yeah, so when you have shitty pets like this and you can't do anything with it, what you actually need to do is take 2 of these shitty pets, the level, because it goes by level. Take 2 commons and then fuse them together and get a senior pet or get a better common pet. That's actually the smarter way of. That's actually what you should be doing. Yeah, this Falcor would be okay. 2000 B pet for 140 energy. He's gonna be a pretty nice farm. Alright. Ooh, this Draco is 3100 pet, but he is a senior. He's got a lot. He's got near perfect defense. He's got 75% attack. He's got really bad health and speed though. Yeah, he's gonna get farmed like crazy in the battlefield. Yeah, this guy is cheaper. Oh great, this pet sucks dick. Okay. See, I could do this all day, believe it or not. Oh yeah, so that's why there's a good incentive for me to win, because the more B pet coins I earn from like the battlefield and my NFT farming, the more I can go into the marketplace and go buy other people's pets. So, and what sucks is I have to click on every single one and I can't right click to go open in a new tab. So it's very annoying. I have to scroll around like this. Let's see. All right, let's take a look from left to right. So, good speed, good attack. I mean, this guy I would not. No. How about you? Yeah, I think I'll pass. How about you? Nope, you're shit. He's got a lot of health though. That was good. Wow, he has above average health and defense. See, this I would consider buying. He's a senior, so that's level 2. Yeah, common is level 1, which is the base level, so senior is level 2. Yeah, this guy has above average health and defense. This is actually really effing good. Oh wow. I would buy this pet right now, but I don't have enough whatever. I don't want to convert my Binance coin into this. I mean, I've already kind of bought a lot of shit already. Wow, 3,500 bee pets. Okay. But yeah, there are deals to be made, right? Why would I go out there and look for stupid real estate when I could just go on here, you know? This is better for me. Yeah, see, this is an example of a shitty deal. This not only costs more money, but he has crappier stats than, I think it was the Draco that I was looking at, right? This guy, that was like really awesome. Let's see, this wing costs 4,000. Wow, this one's 4,400, but he's got a lot of energy, so Blarg. Okay. What do we got here? Yeah, see, now we're getting to the, yeah, but that's a little too much, so I'm just gonna go up to here. So trash. I got above average health. but everything else sucks. He's got a good balance of stats except health, but I wouldn't pay 4,500. The other guy was actually much better. And then if I don't want to buy pets, I could actually buy Dragon Egg. Let's see what people are charging. Yeah, some guy was selling these rare eggs for 4,800 buying a pet. I immediately bought it because so far I've never seen anything cheaper like that again. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I mean, technically it would be cheaper to buy these senior eggs, I guess. How much is a regular egg in the store now? Yeah, so you have to buy 2 of these eggs and you have to hatch it and then click a bunch of other transactions so you can be paying out fees. So it actually is cheaper to buy these eggs because this is already the equivalent of 2 common dragon pets being fused together to form a senior pet. Yeah, these all 5 of these eggs are actually bargains. Let me see. Yeah, and then look at the price for the legendary eggs. Just insane. I'm kind of curious, how does someone obtain these? How do you get these? How do you get these eggs? That's what I don't understand, because the only thing I ever see in the shop are common ones. Oh, you know what? I think when I hit the breed button, because I'm not going to breed it now because I have to unstake my pets, but when you hit the breed button, I think it says there's a chance that you can get a higher level egg. So I think maybe that's what's happening here. Let's see. But again, hold on. Am I? Oh. Yeah, sometimes this site doesn't work too well. But I think, again, it's actually better for me to buy all of these pets. So, for example, instead of 1 rare pet, I can buy 2 of these senior pets. Because 2 of these could be making me like 350% APY each. Whereas this 1 pet will only make me 1x 400 APY, if that makes sense. So, whatchamacallit? Because the only thing that matters is the APY. It's the same for all of them. So 200% APY on a senior is the same as a 200% APY on a common. And it's the same as a 200% APY on a legendary. So all you really need is a large quantity of high APY pets. And then you'll just have like a million like bind a pet, tokens eventually. So, yeah. So I'm definitely loving this. I'm definitely loving it. I always wanted to play a game like this. I wonder if you get punished for sending people to harass a certain address. It might be possible, but I think that the likelihood of that is very low. Plus, this game says you can attack the same guy multiple times, right? You just can't use the same dragon, all the time. Oh yeah, that's right. I have display capture on. Where are we at? So, but I would probably recommend not doing that though. Let's see. So before we get back to Greg's videos, I just want to see if I've been attacked yet. I don't think so. I think that's it for now. Yeah. 15, okay. And I know he didn't get attacked because he still had 901% APY. Yeah, but the top guy, let's see, battlefield. We sort by honor. Wow, this guy's got 2009 honor. This guy's catching up pretty closely too. Yeah, look at this guy. Let me see. Common, senior, rare, legendary. Because I don't think there's an epic. Oh, there is epic. Oh, there is an epic. I'm looking at it right here. So legendary is 500. So this guy is near perfect. He also has above average stats. Yeah, look at that APY. 4,500% APY. This guy's getting a large share of the battlefield rewards. Let's see, 1834. Wow, these guys are evenly matched. When I look at these 2 pets. Now, this poor guy, he rolled a legendary and he has a pretty shitty. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. Not only does he go first, but he does a shit ton of damage. And he's a rare. Wow, he got very lucky with that roll. Yeah, so I actually think maybe. See, I'm still trying to formulate a strategy about what's the best way. Let's say I have a bunch of Binabet tokens. What's the best way to, create a nice little army here? So I think it would be an intelligent use of the marketplace, as it always is. And believe it or not, I actually think I actually think this might actually be it. Because if I buy a bunch of these senior eggs, eventually one of them is going to roll into a rare, I think. And then that rare is going to roll into like that guy that we just saw on the battlefield that's like, in the top page. And he's just a rare. So, let me see. Let me click one of these. Oh yeah, I mean there are elements too, but I kind of don't pay attention to it because it's like whatever. I just know that fire is countered by water, and fire burns wood or earth or something like that. Let's see. Egg will have a chance to have the same level as an egg. Are also at risk of a downgrade, while the average points average is lower than the upgrade record. I mean, this is not written by a guy who's English, so. Yeah, so how do you actually get... yeah, so you do have to fuse these people together. Yeah, so let's say I buy 2 senior pets and they turn out to be idiots. Then I'm going to breed them together and then hope that my rare will be like a really powerful rare. And the chances are, because he's a rare, I'll probably put him in the battlefield and just have him farm. So, alright. So that's that. So yeah, I'm definitely liking the bind a pet thing, but it is kind of pricey. So, but then again, it's like you would have already put money into a staking pool and then you do nothing with it. So it's kind of like it's like an added fun bonus. So yeah, all right. Let's see what Greg has to say. Oh, great. Yeah, they're really pumping out this shit. Like they're getting very aggressive with the fucking updates. And the fear mongering, and it's like so frustrating. A new variant creator, okay, and then the Fed.
Gregory Manarino. Who else were you expecting? Anyway, people, let's talk. This is my post-market wrap-up on this Monday, September 13th, 2021. Well, what happened? Let's start off with the markets. Just lovely. Nice gain for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, like 260 something points. A gain for the S&P 500.
Yeah. Not much,
the Nasdaq, though. A fractional loss. Okay, lovely. All in all, pretty much, I guess, what we would expect if you're keeping your eye on that 10-year yield, 1.32. People, are you watching the 10-year yield? It is like almost frozen in time, and the market loves it here. The market loves it here, period. The dollar today, relatively flat, nothing major going on over there. Crude oil, whammo. Over $70 a barrel, about $70.56 last time I checked it. And let me ask you, just sit back a moment. Take a deep breath, and I want you to put your thinking cap on for a moment. I don't have a thinking cap around here, but I'm going to pretend I'm putting one on right now. Yeah, thinking cap. Yes, my thinking cap is working. How about you? Let's turn it up a little bit. Now, being that crude oil today was bid higher nicely, which sectors of the market would you expect to have done well today? Yes, exactly. Energy, I believe energy was the top performing sector today. And then financials, of course. You know how this works. But I'm bringing this to your attention again because I want you to see in real time how it works, how important crude oil is to these two sectors in the market, subsequently how it lifts everything with it, except for tech stocks. Okay, whatever. S&P 500, Dow, boom, higher. It's just an amazing phenomenon to see. It's funny though, if you were to listen to or turn on any of the, well, let's just call it dog shit, mainstream financial channels, they're never ever going to put that together for you. They're never going to do it. I don't know why. Maybe it's not part of their script, because that's all they do is read scripts. So let's talk about some of the script today that we got here from the mainstream media outlets. And I'm going to set the record straight real quick. So there's a lot of speculation that next week is the Fed, FOMC, big announcement, meeting, monetary policy, whatever. Well, you turn it on like CNBC and they're like, do you think the Fed, are they really going to taper? Are we going to get a taper next week? Well, I don't know. We're going to have to see. Well, maybe, who knows? How about we know? How about no taper? Okay, I'm telling you right now, over a week in advance, there will be no taper. With regard to the federal funds rate, is the Fed going to raise the federal funds rate next week? I would say the odds are strongly against it. However, I already told you that if and when it comes to the point where the Fed raises or nudges the federal funds rate, off of zero, I believe the market is going to react positively. I would not be surprised on that day. Let's just play a game for a moment, okay? Let's say next week the Federal Reserve, decides to raise the federal funds rate. What I think will happen on that day, a several 100-point gain in the Dow. All right, let's see if I'm right on that. I sincerely believe the market will.
I was busy playing Mighty Party. So what did he just say?
Say next week, the Federal Reserve, decides to raise the federal funds rate. What I think will happen on that day, a several 100-point gain in the Dow. All right, let's see if I'm right on that.
That's pretty unusual.
I sincerely believe the market will love it. I really do. Now, remember what I'm talking about, people. The federal funds rate has nothing to do with tapering or anything whatsoever. Okay, all it is the overnight lending rate between institutions. You understand? So, with that said, I don't believe this is going to happen, but I really do kind of hope that they do. I think the chances are very low. Taper, forget about it. I think any one of you that follows this blog and understands what's going on, speaking of what's going on, how about some economic news today? Oh, let me ask you before I even tell you. You probably know already, some of you at least. Would you be shocked or surprised at all to find out that we got yet another piece of bad economic news and the market finished higher for the most part? No, you wouldn't be surprised, would you? So here, this is, you know what? This is sad. I'm kind of making fun of it and laughing in the background in my head here. But the truth of the matter is, it's embarrassing. So for August, the budget deficit here in the United States, $171 billion. Remember that number, $171 billion. That's our budget deficit. Now, just for laughs, if you want to, go turn on, CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business, and they're gonna tell you this is actually a good thing because it could have been worse. Number one, and number two, it was higher last year by a couple of billion. This is what they do. They take something like a budget deficit, $171 billion, and say, oh, it's great. Because it really could have been worse, and it was worse last year. So maybe we should all have a party. That's what they do, people. It's a mind-twisting screw of the highest order. So let me ask you, in your opinion, budget deficit, a good thing? Or should we have a surplus? But no, it's great. Fantastic, and it's even tremendous, too. You can't make this stuff up. It's impossible to do. But again, this is what they do. It's all propaganda. It's distractions. It's look here, don't look there. And you know all of that already. Anyway, let us move forward here. What else did I write down here? I wasn't even going to talk about this. but I think I'm going to before I go back to the market real quick. There's this new African variant, and this is how they laugh at us. I'm going to tell you. First of all, are you surprised that there's a new variant out? No, probably not. We had the Moo. Now we have this one. C12. C period 1 period 2, like C12. I see 1 2. You can't make it up. I dare you. Make that up. See if you can make something like that up. But that's the new one that they're saying has the potential to, like, you know, be really, really, really bad. Remember, people, what they're doing to you. What they are, they have succeeded in doing this, creating panic and creating fear. Fear is so powerful. Even a tiny dose of fear is enough to render people helpless, to render them zombies, to cause them to not take.
Yeah, and the reason why, obviously, is because we don't have God in our lives. So, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing, too. Now that I've been listening to Jesse Lee Peterson more, he actually said that separation of church and state was also another lie. And I always wondered about that. But it's pretty obvious that, yeah, that church, that separation shit has to fucking go. And we should formalize making America like an actual Christian nation and stuff like that. That would solve a lot of problems.
Action to almost stop breathing. It's the truth. Fear is a mechanism that has been utilized for thousands of years on people to get them to do what others want them to do. It's a method of control. So expect more of these C12 variants and Moo variants and FU2 variants and all these kinds of lovely, names that they just conjure up out of thin air. You can't. It's impossible to do. I couldn't make that stuff up. Maybe I'm just not that creative, but it's outrageous. Anyway, let's go back to the market real quick. Gold put on a fractional gain. Silver suffered a little bit of a loss. Now you understand, all of you, silver is much more volatile than gold. Gold is relatively stable. If you look at the price action of gold throughout time immemorial, you see the price action is relatively stable. Now, I already explained to you about crude oil. Let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies here remaining under some pressure here. Okay, whatever. Does that mean it's going to zero? How about no?
Well, obviously not.
Still waiting, people. I'm waiting for years now. When I recommended on this blog, and I said, at Bitcoin it was around $2,700. I said, maybe we should start buying this stuff. Well, I was told then, oh, Greg, you're so wrong. It's going to zero. That was at 27. So let's just call it 3,000. Okay, and I'm still holding my breath. Yeah, I really am. All right, look, I think I covered a lot for you here. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I told you about the C12. You can't make that up. This new variant now coming out. Budget deficit's great. Budget deficit of 171 billion, 171. It's fantastic, and it's even tremendous. And anyway, look, you got this all covered, people. We got this so covered. It's not even funny. Again, for those of us that really understand what's happening here, how to take advantage of it, how to be ready for when this turns, it's so simple. We could sleep easy at night. Again, what do I tell you to do? If you are able, you should own large cap dividend paying stocks. Let these companies pay you to own the stock. You understand? That's what I do. I also trade this market. I have all my positions posted right here on traderschoice.net. In these positions, I am a net seller of options, generally about 20% out of the money, expiring as close as I can get to about 2 weeks. I rotate in and out of these positions. It's a beautiful thing. And again, trading is not for everyone, but if you are so inclined, go have a look at that. I do send out how to play these things in my free newsletter. Hint, link in the description of this video. If you are not subscribing really to my newsletter, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. So it's free, 100%. I hope you take advantage of that. Anyway, and for the longer run, people, you got to be in physical gold and silver more specifically. And in my opinion, you got to have some crypto in your portportfolio. This is my take on it. Again,
precious
you
metals,
can have your
obviously.
own opinion, and you're fully entitled to it. But this has been working, and the beauty of this is when this turns, and it will, we have it covered from both ends. Like we're long risk assets right now, and we're acquiring risk off assets. That's how this is going to flip around at one point. So by keeping yourself in this manner, you're hedged. You're hedged. You don't have to pinpoint when the market turns. You don't have to pinpoint when this whole thing flips around. You're already covered. All right? Anyway, I think you got it. This guy here loves you a lot. Please share the video. Get it out there. I count on you because I'm not on not one social network anymore. Again, I was banned from LinkedIn. I got banned from Twitter. And I need all of you. I need all of you to help get the word out there. If you're part of my team, I call on you every day. Share these videos. Start talking about these things. Jump into the free chat room on my website. Get involved with these people over there.
Well, he's definitely going to be pretty happy when I release my game and then, I start building a community around the new Battle Royale game. Alright, so I was kind of like half paying attention to all that, but let me see. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about buying a pet more, but But yeah, for the most part, I mean, everything looks pretty decent. Man, I really wished I could have had, just my S&P 500 calls, because I would have had 110 grand in my stock market right now account at least, and then I easily could have, started selling some puts or something, But now I'm stuck with $8,000 or $7,000 worth of these shitty riot calls that are just worth very little because, fucking Bitcoin's being suppressed and shit. Yeah, it goes up a little bit after hours, whatever. Alright, but whatever it is, as long as it looks like it's continuing to consolidate and it's finally stopped going down, I don't know, again, I don't know what's wrong with the RSI. Like, this thing is supposed to be updating. But, alright, well, whatever. I mean, it takes its time, so whatever. Now, hopefully, by tonight, maybe things will start really improving a lot, but we'll have to see. But, yeah, it's looking better. I can definitely say that. Are we out of the woods yet? Maybe, maybe not. But, again, the indicators look pretty good. So hopefully, starting tonight, it'll get better. But if it needs this entire week, then I'll just take this week. And then next week will probably be better. But again, we'll see. Alright, so I'm done with that. I gotta edit the details for this YouTube video, so I will see you all tomorrow after markets close, and then, yeah, I mean, buying a pet, I mean, these these play-to-earn games are kind of an interesting beast, so, I don't know, I mean, it really just depends on what you really want to do. I just happen to like video games and cryptocurrency, so stuff like buying a pet is right up my alley. But again, there's a risk like everything else. So, if you don't want to deal with it, there's always just pancake swap and then just simply do the auto cake. Risk-free, double your money per year, essentially. In fact, what's the APY on pancake? Well, okay, it's less than double now because this thing keeps going down. But, yeah, but whatever, this will turn around when it turns around, so whatever. Alright, I've blah blah'd enough, so see you all tomorrow after markets close.